An emergency warning is still in place at Menindee in New South Wales as they continue to experience the worst flooding in decades. Joining me live is Scott McLennan, Media Officer for the New South Wales SES. Scott, thank you for joining us. What is the river level right now in Menindee?
Currently, the Darling River in Menindee is sitting at approximately 10.27, and it looks like it may reach that 10.5 over the next couple of days.
And Scott, what are your immediate concerns in the region?
So there are 30 properties that are currently impacted due to floodwaters, and those residents have either been rehoused, rehomed, or are living with floodwaters in and around their properties. The immediate concern is the contamination, the actual water level itself, and the continued prolonged nature that this event's taking.
And New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet toured the region yesterday and said there's so much water that it's going to take a long time for that water to reside. Roughly, how long do you estimate?
So the current peak is estimated to be there for at least 2 more weeks once they actually start reducing the flows out of the Menindee lakes. That'll stay for about 2 weeks. Then it's going to take a good couple of months to make its way down the Darling River into the Murray River and then out into South Australia. But we are still seeing river levels still very high in Uavalong, in Hillston, in Boolagul and in Balranald. So that whilst the Darling River is in flood and has been in flood now for over a year, we're also seeing the same situation on the Lachlan, the Murray River and the Murrumbidgee rivers as well.
Scott, how is the community?
The community, the volunteers, the people, they are all tired, they are all over it, but they are extremely resilient. They are working collaboratively, they are working together to get through this. They're helping each other, they're forming bands, they are working as closely with each other to ensure that each and every one gets through this as quickly and as securely and as safely as possible.
And what advice would you give to the community?
So we get it that being isolated for as long as you have been is annoying, it is frustrating. The roads are, in some cases, the roads are completely destroyed, and we're seeing that now coming in through our reconnaissance. So when driving around, please take as much caution and time as possible. We are starting to see more and more road crashes right throughout the state, and that's right across roads that have been impacted from floodwaters and roads that have been impacted from storm damage. So please just take your time when moving and traversing throughout New South Wales during the school holiday period.
Yeah, good advice, because as you said, it's the holiday period and many more people are on the road, and we have seen an increase in government spending for New South Wales to fix the roads with the uneven surfaces, the potholes and so forth. But yes, it's still very, very dangerous out there.
It is indeed. So just take the extra time. Just because the route was available last year, it may not be available this year. So make alternative plans, see a different part of the state, make a different travel commitment. If you are currently isolated due to floodwaters, or you have stock that needs to be resupplied, or you have livestock that needs to be reviewed, give us a call on 132 500, and one of the volunteers, one of the team members will actually get back with you and try and provide assistance with either resupply of urgent medical supplies or food or fodder as quickly as we can.
And I know you've been travelling around New South Wales, Scott. Can you give us an indication of other parts of the state, or are you mainly looking after the Menindee area?
So I'm actually based at the moment in Wagga, and so I'm helping the teams along the Lachlan River, the Murrumbidgee and the Murray Rivers. So we've got teams currently working throughout Hillston, Hay, Griffith. We're working in Boolagul and Balranald. We're also working with all of those smaller communities and some of those isolated Aboriginal missions. Throughout the western part of the state, we have team members from right around New South Wales and out of state from different agencies helping the communities. And we still have our units based in the northern rivers and the northern part of the state working through storms that are making their way through of an afternoon.
All right, well done. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you again soon. Scott McLennan, Media Officer for the New South Wales SES.
Thanks, Jenny.